Man, TP, are you with me? Yeah, cause it ain't seeming like a lot of folk with you right now. You know, Tyler went viral uh, for something he had to say as far as, relationships, particularly for black women of wealth. And we're gonna go ahead and share that with you now, as opposed to messing up the quotes and butchering it.
Put no words in my mouth, so let's let him
There
say
you all right. Hear from the horse, from the source.
Yeah,
That's what I was.
yeah,
Yes, when you
yeah.
said that we were one of our many nights at your island, darling, in the King's Landing room
Mm,
at the table, you
mm,
said, yeah, it just hit you. You probably was on the gummy there too. You
mm.
was like, meet me at my worst. And we
Yeah,
were all like,
mm,
wow,
yeah,
that's it.
yeah.
That's it.
And anybody who can't do that, that doesn't mean they're not worthy of you.
Mm-mm, mm-mm,
That means that they need to either attempt,
mm-hmm,
try, learn,
mm-hmm.
find out enough about you to be able to figure out what that is. And
Yes.
that's not money because
Yep.
you listen, a lot of women, especially black women, and I
Mm-hmm,
might get in trouble for saying this, but I will. In the in our society right now,
mm-hmm,
black women are making a lot more money for the
mm-hmm.
most part than black
Yeah.
men, right? There are a lot of black men who are successful, but for the most part, black women are making the money. So if you can find love, if that man works, at whatever job
Mm-hmm,
and is a good man and is good to you
mm-hmm,
and honors the house and honors his wife and does what he can,
mm-hmm.
because his gift may not be your gift.
Exactly.
That is okay.
Mm-hmm.
That's not somebody who's beneath you. That's
Yeah.
somebody who came to love you at your worth,
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
right? And
Yes.
as long as he's secure in himself to
Mm-hmm.
know that, yep, she makes most of the money, all I can pay is the light bill. As long as she's comfortable enough to say, I'm going to cover the mortgage and all the other stuff, you handle the light bill, baby, you can take me to dinner every now and then.
Mm-hmm.
That is fine.
Yeah.
That's fine.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
But that's so hard for a lot of people to take in, because that means, no, I need somebody to who is they need to make 5 times more, and I got to have well,
Uh-huh. Keep
go
looking,
on, keep your
girl.
list, baby.
Yeah.
God bless you. Hope it happens. Go on, keep your list. But when you talk about just someone to love you and support you,
Yes.
I know people who have whose men can't touch what they make.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
But when you see them together, that love, that support, that I got you, babe, it's a
Mm-hmm.
beautiful thing.
It is.
Ah, man. Uh, I felt it. Felt what he was saying, but I am also not a black woman nor a wealthy black woman looking for love. So,
But you are a black
Leash, if you
male.
would, I am. I am a black male, and I feel like, excuse me, I think that because of that, I know that because of that, I'm gonna let you get these bars off first. But the first thing I gotta ask you is, because I'm pretty sure you got your ears to the streets.
I do, I do.
Why, from your perspective and from who you spoke to or what you've heard or what you've seen, were black women so offended? I mean, they were incensed by these words from Mr. Perry.
Because they felt like he was saying settle. Settle for what your feeling is less than. What you feel is less than what you're worthy of, quote unquote. What's less than what you want. What's less than what you expect. What's less than what you need. What's less than what you desire. Um, because the old age story is the man is the provider. He's supposed to take care of everything. The man is supposed to be the head of household. He's supposed to lead. And unfortunately, that's just not the case in today's times. And not please nobody come and nail me to the cross for this. Not for no fault of their own. There are a number of reasons why women are out earning men. And some of those reasons are not something for us to tout, to be honest. I mean, a lot of that is because we feel like these men ain't cutting the mustard and we gotta be 10 times better because they can't do better. But why can't they do better? Why can't they have better? Why can't they want better? It don't help that we sometimes be rubbing our boss chick shit in their face. Sorry, ladies. And this is somebody who has 3 degrees, a certification. I have a 6-figure job. And when I got with my husband, he was working 2 jobs to make what I was making. And it made no never mind to me because he was taking care of shit that I wasn't willing to take care of. He was doing shit that I wasn't willing to do. I mean, he got our house. I didn't put nothing on that. If I needed something, he made it happen. It's just kind of like you gotta KYP, know your personnel. Like, you could be making 100K and he making 50, but sometimes that man might manage money way better than you. He might have his shit way more together than you. His emotional intelligence might be worth that 50K that he lacking. So I think what has happened is we've let the monetary piece be the most important factor of a relationship being successful. And I can tell you right now, more money, more problems. The more money we make as Black people, I feel like the more shit we get ourselves in. So I don't know why we making money such a big deal. I'm not saying, listen, I own a lot of expensive shit. I buy a lot of sneakers. I buy a lot of jewelry. I take a lot of trips. I spend money on a lot of frivolous shit. And it's all my money. My household taken care of. He do what he want with his money. I do what I want with my money. That's just that. But at the end of the day, that money piece don't move me. And I don't know why women are so moved by the money piece. Like, if I think about, I'll just go back as far as maybe my grandparents, right? But I really could stop at my dad. I would say that the earning pace between them was equal. But why? Because even though my parents were both government employees, the position my mom had yielded a different grade level, right? But my father was the head of DC Public Schools HVAC department. So that means every DC Public School was under his purview to make sure they had heat and air conditioning. Why my father probably made more than my mom sometimes? He had to do a lot of overtime. So what does that mean? My father was missing out on a lot of shit. My father would be at a school fixing a boiler and he'd pop up and see, oh, they got a game going on today, so I'm going to watch 15 minutes of this game, but I got a dash.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like, but let's just say my father did not go get certified for that and he just stayed a plumber or a journeyman. He would not have been making what my mom made. Right. But my father, the type of man, was like, I hustle. I'm gonna get it how I live. Everything for sale except for my family. If my wife say she needs something or wants something, I'm gonna go get it. And that's probably why my parents still together to this day. They probably don't really like each other that much. They probably get on each other's nerves at this point. But I'm serious because at the end of the day, it's like, I will say, my father will make sure my mom is taken care of. Did you eat? Do you got your snacks that you want? Do you need me to do something in your office to make sure you're comfortable working from home now? Like driving her to and from work because she doesn't like driving in DC anymore. Like, I was just telling Taro the other day, bruh, you do all the shit I don't want to do. I suck at doing paperwork. I really do. I don't be filling out my gun license. He did the paperwork. This shit for my accident for court, he did the paperwork. Like, he does all the shit I don't want to do. And I've literally said to him, bro, if we ever split up, the shit that you don't do, I don't know how I'm going to do it. and I make a gang of money. I probably can pay somebody to do the shit. But the fact that I have someone that picks up where I lack and slack is worth his weight in gold to me. Because he does and takes care of all the shit that I don't want to, the trash, the grass. So, but at the same time, somebody will say, "Oh, but Demisha, y'all make the same amount of money. He makes more than you now. So what? At this stage of the game, he could make less than me. If you are taking care of the shit that I don't want to take care of, you paying the basic shit, like he said, you paying the mortgage. I gotta pay the cable bill. I gotta pay the heat, the ace, whatever. Fine, long as we not fucking at each other necks about money. Cause I think that's the problem. People at each other necks about money. About money.
A lot of
And I had
divorces
to ask
happen behind
Arthur
money.
behind money. I always say the top 3 reasons for divorce: sex, communication, finances. Top 3 reasons. And sometimes divorce be based on all 3 of them. Because you're not communicating because you don't want to talk about your money problems. And you're not fucking because you got money on your mind. How you gonna try to fix it? Because fucking is the last thing you're trying to do. So I feel like with that clip, you ladies are so pissed off because you feel like he's saying, "Oh, dumb down your list, lower your standards and expectations, settle, accept less." No, what he's saying is stop making unrealistic lists.
I was wondering
Stop.
where we was gonna get to this part.
It's
Hold
unrealistic to
on.
me.
See. Now they gonna jump on me and tell me my partner will pick me, right? Because
I have said before, fuck all y'all, because a pick me is something I'll never be. I am just a real ass bitch, and y'all should really start being real with yourself, and y'all won't have these fucking problems. Sorry, I couldn't contain myself because this pick me conversation is starting to pick at my motherfucking last nerve. Because that's part of y'all problem. Y'all lovely ladies, because I want to call y'all something else, don't want to be honest with your goddamn selves that sometimes you use that pick me shit to pick on bitches that's telling y'all the truth. Because you don't want to hear the truth. Because you hate the truth. And if you just want a nigga with money, just say that. I want a nigga to make money. I will respect you way more if you fucking say that.
what they saying that.
No, what they saying is they want a nigga that makes money, but then does a whole bunch of other shit at the same time. Ask any white woman out here. I'ma stand on this. And y'all can come in my neck all y'all want. Go ask these white women that live these lovely little suburbia lives where they the soccer moms that stay at home and they go to their fucking little wine classes with their friends. Ask them how fucking miserable they are. Because they married that man for money. And that man don't give a shit about them. He don't give a shit about none of them kids doing them activities. None of that shit. Long as everything look good to the outside world, they don't care. They're miserable. The husband probably fucking the office assistant, and the wife probably looking for somebody to fuck at the country club. But y'all want to be like these white bitches so fucking bad. Let's talk about it. That's your problem. Y'all want to live these white bitches' lives. Y'all want to live these fairy tale lives. I said it. We need to stop living in la la land. Like, me and my sister talk about this shit all the time. Females really be trying to live out a fairy tale. We are not afforded that luxury. Ain't nothing fairy tale about the lives of black people. We out here fighting for our fucking life every single fucking day. Men especially. And now they after women too. That's why I carry a weapon. And you out here wanting to argue with a nigga on the internet every day because he can't take you on a $300 date. Can you take yourself on a $300 date, baby?
They gonna say yeah.
Y'all fucking lie. Because if you could, you would. And you wouldn't be asking another nigga to take you.
So let me tell you, because I swear to God, how they do? My kids, literally every woman that I've heard and myself pose that question to have said yes. And not only have they said yes, what I've often heard is, of course, I do that for myself. That's why I don't know why you would expect me to want to take a dude who can't do that for me. Because if I can do it for myself, why should I take a dude who can't do for me what I can do for me?
Why he gotta take you on a $300 dinner date for you to be happy with him though?
My
If you've
my
been doing it for
my.
yourself,
So my thing is this, right? It's kind of what you were saying earlier. My thing is this. All right. So he can't do for you financially what you can do for you. He can't take you on a $300 date. No. How you feel about your oil change? How you feel about that water, that cup of water that you want every night? How you feel about the grass cut, the trash taken out? How you feel about not having to pay a handyman to fix every little thing around the house, or not having to have a stranger come in and fix it for you? How you feel about not having to, you know what I'm saying, carry all the groceries? How you feel about having somebody to do half the stuff around the house for you and with you? You ain't got to cook all the time.
yo,
You ain't got to be the only person to get the kids.
you ain't gotta be the only person to clean up. You ain't gotta only be the only person to do the damn laundry.
Because for sure, you could live a life where all this stuff is your responsibility. For sure. You've been doing it, right? Right.
And you don't like it clearly because you want somebody else to share in the motherfucking responsibilities with.
That's all I'm saying is that if you had all the money you wanted, if you had a man who came in with all the money you wanted, but you still had to worry about getting your oil change done. Yeah, you could afford to go anywhere to get it done, but that man not taking a car in for you. Okay?
Child.
You can pay to have made, sure, but that's going to be money going out, right? You can pay for a nanny, money going out, and he's still not bonding with your kids. But you got all the money, take all the trips, go everywhere you want, do whatever you want, live a life of leisure if you like.
That's what you want to call it.
You know what I'm saying? But, and again, I ain't no woman. And my mother is not, again, this is not a shot at y'all when I say this, it's just a fact. My mother is not y'all type of women.
I'm not y'all
She's
type
just
of
not.
women.
And before y'all sit there and say that nonsense about, oh, men like you want us to be dumb like your mama, don't make me cuss you out. Don't make me cuss you out.
Don't do that.
It's right at the tip of my lip.
Don't do that.
It's right at the tip of my lips. My mama ain't dumb. However, what you need to understand is that my mama understands that there's greater things than money. Would my
Way
mom like to
greater.
have $1 million, $1 billion? Sure. Would she love to have a man with $1 million, $1 billion? Of course. Would she be happy with a man who didn't make as much as her, but took care of things, took things off her plate? My mom had to raise two boys by herself. Got a little bit of help here and there, but wasn't nobody in the house contributing every day. One of us got sick, wasn't nobody taking the boys off her hands.
Okay.
Okay? Somebody had to, something happened in school. She had to leave work.
That's
She
why I
was the
was
only one
Miss
at parent teacher
Money Miss.
conferences.
Yeah.
Okay? And for a lot of years, she was doing it with no wheel. So we talking about public transportation, trying to get to A and B by such and such a clock.
Yeah.
And I tell you because I know because she said it. We literally had the conversations that all of that she did and was willing to do and had done by herself. If she still had to do it by herself, but she could do it with a car, a fancy car that the man bought for her, she still wouldn't be happy. Whereas if she had somebody who handled other things so that when she had to come get us from school, she didn't have to worry about that at the end of the day. Okay, cool. I gotta go get the kids. I gotta go get one of the boys. Something done happened, so forth and so on. Dinner, he already made dinner. He made 2 days worth for dinner. She can
You know
cook.
how important.
She can cook. She's an awesome cook. Anybody done had my mama food will tell you that.
She be cooking.
But marrying a dude who can cook just as well as she can
Clutch.
and is willing to,
Clutch.
let me tell you something. I ain't gonna get too much into my mom's business, but my mama was married at one point in time, and that man was not making her money. That man did not have her certifications nor accolades. That man was not. If you had looked at just surface level, somebody else
But
would be
that
like,
no.
nah, nah,
Yeah,
you
that
could
ain't
do
adding
better.
up.
You could
Yeah.
do better, lady. You could do better. But what she saw in him was the things that absolutely made her comfortable, made her life easier. Like I said, simple things, cooking, simple things, handiwork, safety, protection,
Forget about those things.
comfort, like legitimate comfort. Because when boy was on his square, she was happy,
Yeah.
legitimately. It and he moved into her house. He didn't buy no new house for her to live in. He didn't buy no whole new sets of wheels, but the money he had made, he brought it home. He didn't go nowhere before he brought that money to her.
That's the difference between the generations I was speaking of.
So, like I said, now if to y'all that means she's dumb, then cool, that's fine.
No.
That's fine. I'm not gonna let y'all tell me my mama dumb to my face. But if that's how y'all feel, if that's what y'all feel is dumb, I ain't here to change y'all mind. That's not what this podcast about. That's not what we do here at Life Be Life, right?
To me,
But
what's dumb is people thinking money is what's gonna make them happy at the end of the day. That's what's dumb to me.
the record just ain't reflect that the richest people are the happiest.
They not.
The record don't reflect that.
They don't.
Listen, by the time this episode come out, it'll be somewhat of a past thing, right? Sexy Red came from nothing, right?
Oh Lord.
She got a hit.
Nothing.
She got more money than she probably ever thought she'd see.
Cause child, did she put it in a bank or did she carry it all with her?
Who knows, right?
Cause she stayed with that
But right
damn
now,
stat.
is she at her happiest?
No.
With everything she got going on right now.
No. Not at
Apparently,
all.
apparently, you got the dude she slept with jumping on live, showing. You mean he happy to say he tagged that, so she don't even get her privacy. And even worse, apparently her sex tape leaked. I ain't
Yep.
seen it. I'm not gonna watch it.
I
I don't listen to the
mean,
music.
not
I'm not gonna watch a video.
interested.
I'm cool.
Yeah.
I'm cool. I'm cool. But and apparently, the worst part is not even getting rave reviews. It's getting thumbs down. That good
They're
lord, having
definitely
a sex
roasting
tape
her.
leak and
But I
getting
mean,
thumbs down.
but even
That's
let's just
terrible.
step back because this girl will be in a podcast interview and she will answer the phone. A jail call from a nigga in jail. Why you think she answered that call, y'all? She making guap, big money. Like
Big one.
she's raking in the dough right now because people love that shit she talking. What reason did she have to answer a jail nigga call? She answered both her baby daddy and the boyfriend. She answered both they call. So what you think these two, in the terms of what the world would dub raggedy no good ass niggas, got going on to where she feel like she could be in a whole interview? What's up, baby? I'm doing an interview right now. What the fuck? Decline. I got so much money, I'ma just decline every fucking call because what do I need you for at this point? But she's still answering the calls. So
That's
what
who
that
she
tell
rock
you?
with.
Exactly, because it's
Money
something
ain't
about
everything.
them. Money ain't
That's what it
everything.
says.
There's something about these niggas that do it for her. Like, what is it that you gotta find somebody to just do it for you? Like, it don't matter what their stats are in the financial realm. How do they like do it for you? Like, just oh, I like that this man will make sure my car's straight. I like that he helps me grocery shop. I like that he cuts the grass. I like that he good, because everybody out here apparently got kids already. Because so if you ain't ready for a ready-made family, then you short, you probably be by yourself anyway. But he good with my kids. Like, y'all think that because of you run into a 6-figure nigga, you gonna be happy?
But then I gotta go back to what we were saying earlier, because it seems very, very prominent in the minds of women that, because I think, who was it? It wasn't Tasha K. It wasn't her. Who's the young lady with the dating show? Oh man,
Date show?
yeah, she be bringing people.
Oh,
You
her
know what I'm talking
ass.
about? Yeah, yeah, yeah.
On the
It's
tip of
gonna
my
come
tongue.
back to
She need
me.
to shut the fuck up. She been on every
Listen.
fucking reality show trying to find her a man, and she ain't
Oh,
still ain't
word?
found nobody. Yeah, her ass. See,
What?
y'all bitches need to stop listening to these type of bitches.
I didn't
Like,
even know
listen
that.
to this bitch, like a real life bitch. Like, you listening to Ebony K. Williams. Ebony K.
Oh,
Williams. Yeah.
nah, yeah,
Y'all
yeah. That's
listening to
true.
her.
But
Like,
I wouldn't even think about her. I wouldn't even think about her goofy behind, because
that was her.
she's talking herself. No, 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 no. She talking herself in circles right now.
Yeah, she is with her goofy ass.
Although she
Stop
kind
listening
of
to these
low
goofy ass women, please.
kind of low key belongs in this conversation by incident, because that whole thing with the bus driver kind of really speaks um
Yo,
to this
like
notion.
in this
Um,
area, in DC, if you, now not me, but back in the day, because my uncle used to work for Metro, so I had seen the Metro checks. If you found you a nigga to work for WMATA, you was trying to holler because they was making that bag. But they were the wildest ass niggas, like drinking, partying, fucking everything. But again, because they was making money.
mhm.
But now
Right.
you gotta worry about them fucking every bitch in DC. I don't
But
want
she
no
don't
for
want.
everybody ass nigga because he got money.
But
Like, come
she
on.
ain't want the bus driver. She wanted the
No, she
man who
didn't.
owned the bus,
Yeah, okay, bitch. What
right?
do you
Because
own?
that's somebody who's bound to behave better. Although I don't know why you think that's an
Why
automatic
would she
equation.
think that? Didn't I just say
Because
that?
money tends to make you more of what you already are. Money doesn't usually completely change people. It just reveals who they've
Who you
been,
really are. Yeah.
because it gives them access to completely be themselves.
Yeah,
And
that's
for all
why
the
I play
rich
broke.
people we've seen end up on drugs, commit suicide, harm other
Yep.
people, be
Yep.
terrible people,
Yep.
crash out,
Yeah, crash dummies.
and have a bunch of money, it's like this formula of, you know, super rich man equals my happiness. I don't know what kind of math y'all doing, but I kind of went past this point, and I need to jump back to it, because now that she's brought into it, because she also had an issue with the concept of settling, right? So why is why is that girl name not coming to me? Why is, because it's the first place I heard it, the 666, 6 figures, 6 feet, 6 pack, or 6 figures, 6 feet and above 6 inches. That's what I've heard as the 666, right?
You
So
can tell I'm so far removed from all this bullshit, married or not. I've never heard that.
listen, I didn't think it was a thing until I saw her dating show, and women was coming up there, and she was asking what they want, and she joked with a couple of women. It's like, you looking for the 666, and they like, yeah, girl, girl. It don't even have to be a 6 pack, but it has to be bigger than 6 inches. And it's like, all right, so my thing is this, right? Because you said it's not realistic. Why is rich, tall, successful, kind and considerate, respectful, good listener, and faithful. I feel like those the major ones. I feel like those the major ones. And fun because women hate boring men. And fun because listen, I hear a lot of dudes getting cheated on because they was boring. Um, so I had to add fun in there. Why is that
Touche.
unrealistic? Because I'm gonna just be told, my mama couldn't have such and such, so that's why I think it's unrealistic. So why, as a woman, dude you married, the dudes you dated, why do you feel like that's unrealistic for all these women out here who are waiting for that guy?
Because y'all think that's perfection and no one's perfect. So you gonna get with that man that has all of those so say perfect qualities, and he probably gonna whoop your ass. He probably gonna
You know?
he probably gonna whoop your ass. He probably gonna have unrealistic requirements. You gonna be his second
Ooh,
mama.
ooh.
You gonna have to do backflips off the fan to fuck him, and you gonna be mad. That's what.
No, but women equipped to do backflips off the fan.
Bitch, please. I
What?
know bitches that don't even want to take back shots. Okay. I'm not finna play with these females. Y'all be asking for a whole bunch of shit, but don't want to do shit. Y'all have all these expectations of a nigga, but the moment they say, "Well, I need you to be," that's not fair. So you want 6 feet, 6 figures, a big dick nigga, a 6 pack. So that means you want him to be in shape. You want him to be faithful. You want him to be kind. You want him to be fun. Then the minute he say, "Oh, okay, well, I need you to hit the gym with me. I don't work out. My hair sweat." You want me to be in shape, but your ass can be a big back? I don't think so. So now he gonna cheat on your ass with the bitch in the gym that's asking him to spot her while she doing RDLs bending over in his face. Okay? Am I lying? Am I saying something that is incorrect? Okay. You want to have fun. So now you take him to the club all the time. He started liking it. He started finding bitches in the club. He started taking his homeboys to the club. Now he too much fucking fun.
No. That's not fun, right? That's not supposed to be fun for grown men. So when they
Yeah,
say
okay.
fun, because this again, I'll be taking the pieces of
Here we
information as I
go with
see it.
all these motherfucking stipulations these hoochies got on. I'm
Now
trying
I
to
ain't
figure
gonna
this shit
lie to
out.
you. I ain't gonna lie to you. I just feel like the stipulations be wild. But
They be wild as fuck.
fun means fun with them. When they say they want a man who's fun and not boring, they mean fun with them. They don't mean the dude living his best life, having fun with the homies. They damn sure don't mean
Flag
that.
on the fucking play. Cause what the fuck do y'all got in common? This nigga might like shit you're not into. Fun for him might be going to the fucking gun range. Fun for him
I'll
might,
go.
and then go get in there and be mad, ready to go. Talking about it's too damn loud. Talking about it smell because all of the smoke. They
Because that's what
sweating because it be hot as fucking a range.
I find funny when these conversations happen, and it's funny because like you're saying a lot of the stuff that the guys will question and ask about, like it's counter conversation points, and it's like I don't. On top of feeling like the demand is unrealistic, what I feel like more often than not is the person who's asking is not being real, right?
Fairy
Like
tale. What did I just tell you?
like how
Fairy
no
tale.
no 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 not even just fairy tale. What I mean is this, right? You just started saying all these things that you would have to do to have in common with this great man that you want, right? I don't often hear when these things are brought up that a woman say, "Yeah, nah, I ain't doing that shit." Like there was at one point where that was the thing. I want everything without having to put in everything, right?
Oh no,
But
because they
now,
pretend up front, and then
see,
once
that's
they get what
that's the
they
thing
want,
that
they be
kills
like,
you,
"Yeah, no,
right?
I'm not doing that shit." Like I've
Because
seen it happen
now
so many times.
because now you trying to tell me that all these women waiting for this dude are flexible. They're malleable.
Yeah, they
they're
flexible, they're pliable, they're
accommodating.
malleable, they're accommodating, they're all of that
Right.
shit. It's a bunch of bullshit.
Like you can't all be that.
It's a bunch of bullshit. It's a bunch of bullshit.
Listen,
I'm,
you
I'm just
can't
I'm gonna tell
all
you.
be that. All men can't be good men. All men are not
Listen,
stand-up dads. All men
no.
are not like, you know what I'm saying? Even the dudes who have the physical and financial profile y'all want.
What am I just tell you? Because nobody's
Not
perfect.
all those dudes fit that. So I just find it so strange that out of so many women who ask for so many things, oh, and he got to come healed. That's the other thing. He got to come healed,
Ugh,
okay?
y'all
Because
bitches is asking for
can't
a lot.
because a woman ain't fitting to raise no man, and she not fitting to put no man back together. Now that I will say, women need to stand on that more. As a man, I'm gonna say it. I don't care what a dude feel like is offended by that. Women need to stand on not being in a
But they're not
relationship to
gonna.
fix
You
a
want to know
man.
why? Because
Don't
they
don't be
perfect across the board otherwise. So they're gonna deal with that bullshit because they think they getting all of the other things they ask for. Cause the come healed thing isn't no crime. Oh baby, we'll work through it. Until that nigga ain't willing to do the work. Then what? Then what? Ask me how I know. Because when a motherfucker
because
tell you, yeah, I'm tired of doing the work it take to be a better me, because I don't think anything wrong with me, what you gonna do? All right. What is wrong with having? I've never dated for looks,
just
right?
just say it. Just say it. Just say it. What's wrong with settling? Ask him. What's
No,
wrong with settling?
not
Ask him.
what's
Just
wrong
go
with
ahead. Say it.
settling,
Go
but
ahead. Go ahead.
why?
Say it. Because that's what I want to. Because listen, like, listen. My apologies for stepping on your feet right quick, but let me have a real conversation with our folks, yo. Y'all really get bent out of shape about this whole settling thing, right? Because
Let
because
me look up
settling,
another
y'all attach the
word.
phrase. No, no, no. I'm using that word, settling, right? Because y'all assume that the word settling has to be attached to for less, right? That's the problem. Is that y'all will box the hell out of anybody who tells y'all to settle, because the minute you hear settle, you also hear for less. When you need to, and listen, again, I ain't no relationship guru, so what do I know? But you know how many people settle because they realize that their lists aren't really like they still like those things, right? Yeah, you like a guy who's 6'3", but you settle for the guy 5'11". Does it mean that your quality of life has substantially lessened? And that's what I'm trying to say when I'm like, that whole demonization of the word settle. And before I get it, I've talked to a couple of women friends, and I understand that Black women have been encouraged to settle for less for the longest. That's not something
But
I'm
I don't.
finna
Okay,
argue
no, no,
with.
no, 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 no. We're gonna argue that because the fuck by who?
Apparently by men, by society, the patriarchal society,
So you're telling me the same
especially
the
men.
same person you have all of these requirements of, right? You're telling me they are telling you, oh, you should just settle for me because you're not gonna find better than me.
That is exactly what they're saying. And you know what? I'll give a little credence to that, right? I'll give a little credence to that. I'm 100% sure that bum ass baby dad you got told you to settle for him as opposed to what you may have really wanted. And you did, and look how it turned out, right? Ended up being a bad decision. Or somebody else told you to settle for this guy because he might not have all the things you want, but at least he's a really good guy. He's a really nice guy. So you settled for the nice guy, and he turned out not to be so nice. Listen, I can understand that.
This is why having a fucking brain of your own comes in handy, and you
But they're using that brain of their own not to settle.
listen. This is why my question was, why? What is wrong with you really taking the time to get to know somebody?
Ain't got time. Ain't got time. You ain't seen the memes? You ain't seen the
So,
memes?
so here's the thing. So
Ain't
here's
got
the thing.
time to be traveling along with this person, that person, that person.
Who
I'm out
told
here
y'all
trying
that?
to get it.
Who
I'm
told
out
y'all that?
here trying to get it. As a black woman, they
Oh,
out here
okay.
trying to get it.
Well,
They got their job, they got the kids, they got their hustle. They ain't got time to waste time with nobody dusty ass son.
instead of settling, maybe you should come to a conclusion that everything on your list
Ooh.
you're not gonna get. You need to make a decision
Matter of fact,
that you're going to move forward in a certain way in order to get what you want. And when you meet somebody, you need to come to an agreement about the shit that you both fucking want, and form better judgment about the motherfuckers that you are dating, laying down with, or whatever, and kind of be certain about shit, because a lot of you fucking women be uncertain, and all of those were synonyms for settle. All of those synonyms. So it sounds like y'all just a bunch of brainwashed ass motherfuckers, is what it sounds like to me. Because I can guarantee you right now, my daddy will tell you, and I think I just said this before, he used to loathe the niggas that I dated. He was like, they are not good enough for you. And it wasn't because I was like daddy's little princess or anything. Just I dated niggas that wasn't worth shit. And you want to know why? Because I knew they didn't want shit. So I had not need to worry about expectations. You wasn't getting nothing from me. I probably wasn't getting nothing but some dick from you. We might go out here and there. Some of the niggas I dated didn't even have high school diplomas. And I was cool with that because I literally did not want to be married and I did not want children. So I dated below level because I knew I didn't have an expectation of anything from them, and nor did they have one of me. And it just so happens I decided to go to grad school. Maybe that's what some of y'all need to do. Take y'all ass to grad school and go find y'all a nigga or something.
No, that ain't it. Because clearly, a lot of the women that was upset had multiple degrees, so they done did grad school too. And see, that's the other part of the thing, right? That's the other part of this conversation. Why, if a woman could put herself through all that school to get to where she wants to, should she settle for a man who don't have the same drive?
Who said because he don't have degrees, he don't have the same drive?
I don't know, but that's the questions I'm
I'm trying
hearing.
to fucking figure this all out.
Listen,
Like,
I done watched when the Tyler Perry thing dropped. Before, the funniest thing is, before I even saw the full interview, I just saw all the hot takes to it, and I would hear these comments. You know, why would I? Why would I sit here and bust my ass for all this time to settle for a man who didn't have drive, and that's why he can't pay the light? That's why he can only pay the light bill. That sounds like a man who never gonna amount to anything. No, that's it to me. But again, I'm not a black woman. To me, it sounds like a dude who ain't got it right now. And let's be honest, right? Tyler Perry did not mean literally as somebody who could only pay the light bill.
no, he didn't.
He come on, like let's not do that, right? Let's understand, you know, linguistics. Let's understand that you don't. Let's cut the semantics, please. Let's not do that if we're going to have the conversation.
Try to nitpick
But I
shit.
love how you used. First of all, those was fucking bars. The way you used the synonyms for settle to have the conversation. Because another thing that settle means is to sit down and make yourself comfortable.
Bruh, that was I literally like, I'm not even gonna go there because you start talking about comfortability with people and they start acting like you're going back to just being complacent. And let me put on my big words for y'all today.
Which is wild because what you want is comfort when you say you want this person that's bringing all.
Ooh, fuck Thank you. Like, find somebody that fucking makes you comfortable, not fucking makes you rich. The fuck? I don't understand this. Like, bruh, me and Arturo have had our share of ups and downs. Lord knows. But when I tell you there's a lot of things he does to make me comfortable, I couldn't trade him for a nigga with money for that.
Raise my cup
For
to brother.
what? For what?
To you, brother.
Yeah, I'm gonna get. Listen, that man got my damn nerves, but I will give him credit when the credit is due. Arturo is good at making the women in his life that he care about, i.e., me, his mama, whatever, cousins, his sister, comfortable.
And he lives for that. He's cut like
And
that.
he does. He cut like that. Like, that's his thing. I'm not even going to cap. Like,
No, he's cut like
that
that.
was one of the things that made me say, he ain't my type of nigga. Because Arturo was, point for you ladies, Arturo was not my type of nigga. He was a fucking L7 wingy. Square ass nigga. Like, no hood about him. Like, Scary Larry. In a good way. I literally was dating niggas that was like I cut like that. Like, they was some street niggas, they was some raggedy niggas, like, no. Like, he
Bro
was
was
different.
plain Maine.
Plain
Plain
Jane.
Jane.
No bust down. Like, my boy went to school, ran
Work.
track, went to college, played football, came and graduated, went and worked, had 2 jobs, stayed at home with his mama, like, ate lunch that she packed every day, driving the same truck that was his graduation gift. Humble pie to the day he died. Like, I swear, if anybody see Art today, like, and it's funny because I gotta tell you the story, we ran into his ex at the museum. I'm sure when she saw him, she was like, because Arturo
Right.
don't, like, level up because I'm a bougie bitch. Now he a bougie bitch. Like, but before, my man was like, you buy sunshades from anywhere other than the gas station? You damn right. I go to Sunglass. What the fuck is you talking about? But, like, Arturo literally was a very simple person. And he did simple things. Like, I found that we had a comment. Oh, you bowl? You bowl league? Oh, I used to bowl league. Okay, well, let's go bowling together. Like, we just found things we had in common. Like, when I first met Arturo, I was literally biting his head off about my student ID. Like, I couldn't even tell you what this boy looked like. I literally said this before. I looked at his name and the way it read, I thought he was African. And I was telling him, this African ass nigga better get my motherfucking ID by next Friday. Like, what's going on him? Till when I realized it wasn't his fault, I had to go apologize.
Yeah.
And it's like, we got to know each other, right? We started yapping and rapping because I met him in grad school. And I was like, Shawty cool. He was like, oh, because he went to Penn State. I went to Pitt, rival school. So we talked shit about that. You know, we talked about bowling, da-da-da. He was like, that was his way of asking me on a date, asking me to join his bowling league. Arturo wasn't my type of nigga. If I had went with, well, I didn't have a list. So let's just say I had a list. Let's just say I had a list. He wouldn't have been the type of nigga that fit the description. He would not. He definitely would not. Like, so it's kind of like sometimes y'all are missing out on the good thing that's right in front of you, that's for you, because you so busy with your head down looking in this fucking list, trying to check off certain
That's a
shit
bar.
for a nigga that's like, bitch,
Bar.
check out. Like, just check the fuck out. Like, move along
That's
because
a bar.
you in the fucking way. Like, get out of here. Like, is Arturo perfect? No. Then this is exactly what I was getting at earlier. Is he 6 feet? Yes. Is he he used to be great shape when he went overseas. I mean, but he's probably in better shape than most niggas. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Does he meet the 6? Okay, yes, he does. And I tell him all the time, I was like, I mean, you're a great guy. Like, if we was to get divorced, they would eat you up. Like, you are, on paper, you're perfect. But when they get to the crux of everything else, problematic. And I don't even think people like, and I'm being so
But
serious because it goes back to the come heal thing, right? It's like, yeah, he perfect on paper, but my husband is a poor communicator. And that's not because he's just one of these men that don't want to talk. It's when he tries to
learning the
talk,
skills,
he's learning the skill. He's trying to formulate his words, and then you dealing with a bitch like me who I talk
over
slick. Everything I
communicates.
say is I'm an over communicator. Everything I say is smoother than cream cheese on a bagel, baby. You can't out talk me. Like I can sell water to a whale. Like no, and it makes him nervous. So he's like, it's like yesterday he was talking to his sister, and I was like, just slow down and think before you. And it's this kind of he's like, okay. So it's like another female would be like, oh, I ain't got time for this. That's annoying. But no, I understand why he's like that because I've seen the getting to know people. I've seen how he communicates with his mom, vice his dad, and like homeboy a whole therapist. Like I don't know why this nigga did not really pursue his passion of being a therapist because he's a great listener. That's why his communication skills is
Yes,
not like it to most people be subpar because he's a listener, not a talker. I'm a talker. I don't listen. Like I don't. No, okay, whatever. You heard what the fuck I said though, so it's kind of like. But that's why we balance each other because he listening to shit that I ain't trying to hear, and I'm telling him shit that he missing. You know what I'm saying?
hmm,
So it's kind of like y'all looking for perfection, but you gonna have problems.
yeah.
Like it's
No matter
not going.
who.
So someone would say, "Oh, you settle because that ain't even your type of nigga." No, no, I did not settle. Like he treated me well. So when I ended up like seriously dating him, people was like, "What is it about him?" The nigga came to my house at 2 a.m. in the morning, put my computer desk together. It had been in a box for 2 months. You damn, I'm keeping this nigga. Because if people come to my
And
house at
then
2 a.m., we ain't putting boxes together. Okay? we ain't putting desks together and breaking down boxes. We breaking beds. So yeah, he was coming to my house 2 o'clock. Like literally, he was literally coming from hanging out with his friends and was coming to my house to put a desk together. I was like, he must really like me.
that sound like art, man.
Yeah, I
Sound like
mean,
art.
listen, Arthur told me that he had time for a girlfriend. I was like, okay, cool. And that nigga was like, spinning the block. Because, I don't know, I think I might have fucked up. And he spun the block. And I was just like, I ain't got nothing else better to do. Like, see what's what. Like,
But
uh,
listen, we don't want to belabor the point, but it's just kind of like everybody's allowed to like what they like. Everybody's allowed to have preference. You know what I'm
I'm
saying?
cool with that.
That's cool. But at what point does your large assortment of preferences actually contribute to your happiness? Like that's just the thing that
Mm,
when it's all said and done,
right.
right? Like I ain't telling y'all how to move or who to be with. Don't be with nobody bad. I'll say that, of course.
Yeah.
But when y'all have these lists and when people challenge these lists only based on is is that list what makes you happy? You know what I'm saying?
Or
Like
somebody telling you that's supposed to be
what's
your list.
your success ratio with this list? Do you know
Child.
anybody who resembles this list? Because guess what? If my homeboys got lists of girls that I'm not gonna settle down unless XYZ
They ain't never be married.
I'm gonna tap my homeboy on the shoulder and be like, well, enjoy the play of life.
Yeah.
You know what
Because
I'm saying?
if you look at it, if you do a poll, right? I guarantee you, if you poll couples, and I'll go as far to say cohabitating couples, not just married couples. I bet you, that person is not who they thought they would end up with, and that is not their type.
It's rare. Like I always hear at weddings and I always hear, at these anniversaries and stuff. oh man, everything I ever wanted. And it's like you saying that now because that person showed you things you didn't even know you wanted.
Exactly.
But
Exactly.
chances are, the truth is that person is some things you don't want.
Yep. Yep.
That person probably is some things you thought you'd never want and maybe even never tolerate.
Yep. Ask me how
However,
I know.
however, you found out that there's certain things you really need and that person got it in spades.
Yo, like books on books,
Like,
because I literally was like, I ain't never getting married and have a kid. Here we are.
like again, just 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 to, kind of try tie this up. When y'all think about settling, it doesn't have to be for less. Why
Exactly.
can't it be for different?
Why can't it be for
Why
better?
can't it actually be? Well, see, because that doesn't compute. Settle for
But
better doesn't compute in here
but
because if it's better, then
it's
you're
what's
not
better
settling.
for you, because a lot of the times these people's lists,
Because
right,
let's just go
are
right back to
not.
this. Go back to the
They're not.
word.
It's
Let's
not
go.
their list. It's not their fucking list. That's why.
That's true too.
It's not your
That's true.
fucking list. It's a list that
Conditioned.
somebody told you you're supposed to have.
You've been conditioned.
Yeah, you're fucking brainwashed. I said this earlier. You
You did.
brainwashed.
You did. But let's go back to this word, right? Because you're saying settle for better. And listen, it's a shame because we truly have been conditioned to react, um, what I mean, viciously to certain trigger words, right? Settle, comfortable. If I settle, I'm not gonna just get comfortable. I should have the best. I should have the best. I should have the best. Okay, but comfortable isn't bad. People abuse that word because it's like, oh, well, I'm never comfortable. I'm never comfortable. I'm always hungry. I always want more. And it's like, how can you be happy though
If you're always
if you
chasing something
always want
else,
more? Because guess what? There's always more.
what you gonna
There's
do to get it
always
though?
more for sure. But you a human being. It's gonna cost you. We have
Yes.
finite storage within our minds, within
Mm,
our hearts, and within our soul. That's why we grow and we shed certain things so that we make room for other things.
amen. Mm,
So all that more, some gotta go.
yeah.
If all you're doing is chasing more, something gotta go. And at some point, I feel like you're gonna have to throw away something that's important.
Listen, I always say this to people. It's a zero sum game. What are you giving up to get what you want? Because you got to give up something to get something sometimes.
So
And if you're not willing to do that, then you're going to be left with shit. Trust me.
to have it all, you're gonna have to give up something.
Yep. You always got to sacrifice something. And I know people don't like that word, but you definitely got to
That's another
sacrifice
word.
something. Like,
That's
you
another
got to
word.
sacrifice some shit. You really do, you know?
And before y'all kid yourselves about what y'all willing to sacrifice, understand that if you're it's something you can easily part with. It's not a sacrifice. That's not a
Exactly.
sacrifice's work.
It's the
That's not a
hard shit,
sacrifice's
the
work.
shit you really don't want to have to do away with.
There it is. That's where the sacrifice is. Anything that you could easily throw away is discarded. It's discardable.
Yeah.
You don't have
It's
value
trash
in it.
anyway.
Sacrifice is that thing I don't want to let go of, and I'm giving it up because I want something more.
It's a worthy cause.
Yep. So I wanna get one quick thing that we didn't touch on before we get out of here.
Mm,
And
bonus.
hopefully we're not running too far over time. But like this is just interesting to me because I joked about it early. Tyler Perry was a big favorite amongst black women, and now he's vilified. Um, I even heard one woman say, I really heard one woman say that We will no longer watch your movies because we are now healed and you only catered to broken black women. You only catered to our trauma. Listen, I don't know about the healed part, but she's not lying when she said that he catered to black women's trauma. I've been saying it for the entire run of his movies. After the first one, the second one comes
That's
and it's
really the
literally
only one I watched.
retread. He's retreading the same ideas. It's always going to be some kind of level of abuse. It's always going to be some kind of level of infidelity. It's always going to be financial issues somewhere. Even though in most of these movies, he'll have these black women like making lots of money, at least at some point in the movie. But the funny thing is, I heard somebody else say the whole time he's always like kind of pushed men. Like he demonizes some men in the movie, but then he pushes the man who makes less money.
Yeah.
This one, I forgot what it is. Is it Diary of a Mad Black Woman?
Yes.
Shamar Moore, right?
Yes. He was
He was a gardener.
the what was
Idris
it, a
Elba and
welder or
Daddy's little girl.
iron
Yeah.
worker or
Oh,
something
yeah.
like that?
There we go. That's what he was. Mill worker. Let's say a mill worker,
Mm-hmm.
right? He was good with his hands. You had Idris Elba and Daddy's little girls. You had the boy, I can't remember his real name, but I
I
think
forgot
his
about
top
that.
name was Mike. And Why Did I Get Married? Right? He was just a mountie. He didn't make a lot of money.
Mm-hmm.
Sheila made more money than him. You know what I'm saying? But he made sure she was good. So it's not like for people to feel like he's switching up. He didn't switch up. He
Yeah.
is who he's always been.
Yeah.
Y'all just didn't catch the messaging because you was too busy enjoying it. And I literally would mention that he's mentioning these trauma things every freaking movie. It's not even fresh. It's not even new. And you know what response I used to hear back then? That's because that's our lives. That's because we always have to deal with these things. And it's like, so now that changed because he wants y'all to settle. All of a sudden, now it changed. How easily you turned on somebody that you just when he said they say he was buying BET. You know I
They
had jokes.
yeah,
Didn't I
they
have
was
jokes?
they listen, internet was going crazy.
I had jokes on jokes. And people was like, damn, you hating. So what? Y'all hating now?
They definitely are hating. Like
Y'all
to me,
hating
that
now?
that's some hating
Or
ass
was
shit.
or was I right? Tell me which one. Was I right with what I was saying before?
You were right.
Or are y'all
You
hating
are.
now?
I haven't watched very many Tyler Perry movies, but when you put it into perspective like that, with hindsight being 2020, you're absolutely correct. And to be honest, what he said in his interview literally mirrors and mimics what he has been writing in these plays and putting on screen. And you know what I would
Rich
say about
women,
that? You know what I'll say about that? All them bitches ended up happy with that less than ass nigga though.
and they was making the bread. The women who was with the dudes who was making as much money, they were not happy.
Yep. I mean, the one I do remember because I saw Diary of an Angry Mad Black Woman. Then I
Mm-hmm.
did see Daddy's Girls. The one
Mm-hmm.
that I saw was Sanaa Lathan, and she was married to old boy from Soul Food. But what was she doing? Fucking around with the white dude at the office, and that the
Yep.
baby was by him, and she was stashing money. And look how that nigga did her. But her husband, who was making less than, trying to build his business and get on his feet, she wasn't with that shit because she was doing what? Better than him.
There it is.
So, y'all maybe y'all should go back and watch some of these Tyler Perry movies, and instead of trying to ride down on that man, you need to try to take some, lessons learned from those movies. Maybe, I don't know. Just
But
saying. Stop living in the fucking fairy tale. Because that's what they saw. They saw a fairy tale ending is what it was. So it goes back to what I said at the top of the hour.
talk it.
These females be living in fucking la la land. Everything is a fucking fairy tale to them. It's rainbows and sunshines and unicorns and all that shit. No, that's not life. Life don't work like that. Then y'all just say, "Oh, black women have it so hard." Yeah, and sometimes we make it harder than we need to on ourselves. So fight me. You can't beat me. I box.
On behalf, he. Oh my God, man! Thank y'all for checking in with us. Whether it was 5 minutes or 55 minutes, man, however long this joint ended up being, if you take issue with what we said, that's fine too. Um, feel free to,
Put it on the floor.
feel free. Stupid.
Let's respond. Like I talk to
Feel
y'all.
free. Feel free to go ahead and put it in the comments wherever. You know what I mean? There's a comment section on Apple. There's a comment section on Spotify. So if y'all just listening to the audio, y'all can still go ahead and drop your comments. Go to Life Be Lifing, Lifeb, the letter B, Lifing, Lifing. You know what I'm saying? On Instagram, on IG. We also got a little, we got a little group page, a little group page on Facebook.
Little
So
side.
go ahead when you see the clips, if you feel a way about the episodes, go ahead. You can complain if you want. And if you feel like you want to go ahead and have these conversations with us, listen, the floor is open, man. As long as you're willing to come and be respectful, you got something to say, we would love to hear it, honestly.
All
Um,
ears.
be all ears. There's some space for you. You feel me? Um, just reach out so we can make this thing happen. All right. On behalf of A.C.E, our brother, that's who we always be.
God.
On behalf of our sponsor, Quiche with the Cakes, the owner of Simply Nashay Catering.
Now.
On behalf of Mimi, the goddess, aka Big Motherfucking Mish.
That's me who I be.
And on behalf of your favorite coach's favorite coach, be kind, be respectful, be brave. Remember what I said before. Bravery is not the absence of fear, it's the ability to overcome it. Be patient with everybody, including yourself. Be safe and stay dangerous. Be kind to as many people as you possibly can. I know some people make it impossible, and that's fine. But to everybody else, continue to be kind. But most importantly, be kind to yourselves. Okay? Whatever form that takes, an introspective, retrospective, therapy, fun, whatever it is you got to do to be kind to yourself, make sure you take that time. All right, man? We appreciate y'all. We love y'all. We want nothing but the best for y'all. For real, for real. All right? We going to see y'all. We gonna see y'all the next time we spin
We'll
the
see
block. You know
you
what I mean? We ain't
around.
going nowhere, so we'll be here when you get around to coming to us. Okay? Feel
For
free to
sure.
like, share, subscribe, comment, all these things, all of the things. All right. But y'all be blessed, man. Well, I'll let y'all next time.
Good night,
We
y'all.
up out of here.